So we'll begin by laying down on the mat, your feet hip distance apart. You shouldn't be able to see your ankles sticking out on either side of your hips. Have your feet flat on the floor and just tune into your body and try and have a straight spine and centered in the middle of your body. Take a couple deep breaths into your belly and release. And another deep breath. And release. You can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And just really try and sink into your body and get more in tune with it and in touch with the alignment that it's in right now. And notice your spine on the back of the mat. And notice if there's an arch underneath your spine or whether it's laying flat on the mat. You want to have your spine flat on the mat. That's called neutral spine, and that's the position that we want to have in most of the Pilates exercises. If you find that there's an arch under your back, just tilt your pelvis up a little bit until you find that alignment of having your spine straight on the ground. So the first exercise that we're going to do is called the coccyx curl. This is a very small movement, and we're just going to slowly tilt your pelvis upward just to the bottom of your tailbone, and then release back down. And tilt up and release. And as you're tilting your pelvis up, you want to think about scooping your abdominals in and holding your core tight. So we're going to scoop our abdominals in and feel the tightening of our abdominal muscles, and then release back down. And one more. The next exercise we're going to do is called the hip escalator. So we're going to start with the coccyx curl move, but we're going to continue rolling up to our shoulders. We want this to be a very slow, controlled movement. You want to think about lifting your spine up one vertebrae at a time until you reach your shoulders, and it's very important to rest on your shoulders and to not be putting pressure into your neck. And try and reach your knees back towards the back wall and lengthen your body. And take a deep breath. And we're going to exhale back down slowly and try and round your back and dropping yourself one vertebrae at a time. I know it's harder than what it sounds like it should. This should be a very controlled movement, and you don't want to hear yourself bunking back down on the mat. And we're going to inhale and exhale, curl your spine up one vertebrae at a time until you reach your shoulder blades, and lengthen your knees towards the back wall and stretch your body. And inhale and exhale, release back down, curling your spine on the way down. And one more. Inhale and exhale, curl yourself back down. And last one. Inhale, lengthen your body, and exhale, release yourself slowly back down in a controlled movement. Now we're going to put our arms straight up in the air. Check your spine and ensure that your spine is in alignment and that you have a neutral spine with it flat on the mat. We don't want to have an arch in your back. And if you do, just tilt your pelvis up a little bit until you find that neutral spine on the mat. So this exercise is called puppet arms, and we're going to be mobilizing our shoulder joints. So you want to reach up with just your shoulders and let them drop back down. And reach up with your shoulders and release. And up and release back down. And we're going to do 2 more. Inhale, extend your arms. And exhale, release back down. And last one. Okay, the next exercise is called our roll up. So we're gonna pull our arms inwards towards our chest, our fingers pointing towards our chest. This is again a very small movement. We're not rolling all the way up. We are just learning how to control our core and roll up in the proper position and using the correct muscles for future Pilates exercises. So we want to inhale, and we're going to exhale and pull your chin in towards your chest and slowly pull yourself up with your core muscles engaged. It's just a very small movement. And inhale and exhale, release back down. When you're doing this exercise, check your abdominal muscles. We don't want to be pushing out. You shouldn't have an extended belly. You should be pulling your stomach muscles inwards and using your muscles that way. It takes a little bit of practice to get this, to get used to this. Your body naturally wants to push out to use those muscles, but we're trying to suck everything back in, and this is where you're going to really notice a difference in belly fat or just having a loose belly. This is going to suck and tone and tighten everything in your core. So it's really important to learn the correct way of using our abdominal muscles and to just always be mindful of it in our exercises. So we're going to inhale and exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and pull yourself up, core muscles engaged, and inhale and release back down. And we're going to do 3 more. Exhale, inhale and release back down. And curl your chin up towards your chest and pull yourself up just above your shoulder blades, core engaged, and release back down. And last one. Inhale and exhale, chin to chest, and exhale, release. Next exercise is some hip mobilization. So we want to have our feet hip width apart. Again, you shouldn't see your feet sticking out from the sides of your hips if you look down at your toes. Feet flat on the ground. We're going to have our knees together and we're just gonna drop them to one side, leaving our shoulder blades on the mat and twisting your torso. Inhale and exhale, pull your legs back up to center, and inhale, release to the other side. And exhale up to center, and be sure to check your spine when you're in the center position, and make sure you're in that neutral spine. And inhale, release to the right. And exhale, bring your knees back up. And inhale, release to the left. And exhale up to the middle. And inhale to the, dropping your legs to the left, twisting your torso and ensuring your shoulder blades are still flat on the mat. And exhale back up to center. And inhale to the left. And exhale to center. And now we're going to do the same exercise, but have our knees apart, and just notice the difference of the feel of the hip mobilization in this exercise. So we're going to inhale, drop to the right, and exhale to center. And inhale to the left, and exhale back up to center. We're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale to the right, and exhale up to center. Inhale to the left, and exhale up to center. The next exercise that we're going to do is called toe touches. So we want to have our feet in tabletop position. Pay attention to your spine. We want to have a neutral spine in this exercise. Don't want to have our backs arched like that. We want to have our spine pulled into the mat. So have your feet in a tabletop position, arms at your side, and we're going to touch our toes down to the mat and exhale back up. And inhale down and exhale back up. And again, we want to be using our abdominal muscles with this. Keep them engaged, sucking them in. So we want to inhale down and exhale. When you're exhaling, really breathe into your belly, into those abdominal muscles as you're pulling your legs back up. And every time you return to the tabletop, just check your spine and ensure it's in that neutral position. Inhale, drop down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale. We're going to do 3 more of these. So inhale, 2, and 1 more. And release. And you can release your feet back down and take a breather. Just breathe into your spine. And we're going to get in the same tabletop position again. And this time we're just going to be doing single leg toe touches. So just 1 leg at a time. So 1 leg stays neutral in the tabletop position, while the other toe touches down to the ground. So we're going to inhale, drop 1 leg, exhale, back up. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to do 6 of these. We have 4 more. So forward, 3, and 2. Breathing into your abdominals on the way up. And last one. And exhale, release back down. And breathe into your spine.